What's up, everybody? Just going to do a quick little video review of my day at the desk. It's going to be short and sweet, just like my morning. So let's get into this. So today for me was a quick, solid day at the desk, something I want to emulate on a daily basis, and is one of my goals. As you can see here, I finished up one of my best days of the year so far. I'm up $1,000 today, which basically took 25% of that loss from yesterday and diminished it. So I'm up $724 on the week so far. Let's get into the trades itself and go from there and what I was seeing at the desk this morning when I got to it. So when I got to the desk this morning, this was yesterday's New York Open. We had price kind of chop around here. And as we went into the close, market open into the overnight session, we had this push lower. There was, I forgot what it was, some sort of bad news pulling the market down. I can't remember what it was. Not Powell. It was something. Okay, let's start over again. So getting to the desk this morning, I was looking at the 15-minute chart. We had yesterday's New York Open. We had this push higher. We failed to take these orders at 6,100, which was a key area for me, and I was looking to take profit there, and I actually got myself into a little bit of trouble. So if you go watch yesterday's review video, I go over what happened and the mistakes I made. But anyways, into the overnight session last night, we had this push down on price. We're below the New York VWAP. We're below the start of day VWAP, basically making these lower lows and higher lows. So this is basically looks textbook like prices coming down here. So coming into the morning, I'm going to be probably leaning short bias, not necessarily seeing the longs just yet, as now with this price structure coming down, it's sending me, I'm looking short. So coming into the morning, I took a trade market open. We had price take the New York VWAP at the New York Open and just stay above it. But, you know, it was touching the New York VWAP all the way along. The buyers were there, but I didn't see a ton of strength. We had 10 a.m. news coming in with Powell talking. So I decided I'm going to look for either a long above the opening range high coming back and testing the New York VWAP, or I'm going to look to short it down here. As we take the opening range high and price pulls back down off of the opening range high, I'm going to play the double break stat of edge full of the opening range and trade this, short this back down to the bottom, which if you see these 4 bearish candles down off this rejection of the opening range high, it's looking very probable. So I enter short here, basically bought the higher low. That's all that turned out to be. Price turned around. We got this bullish candle back up above the New York VWAP. Price kind of hangs around there for a sec. And then as we get this push back into the opening range high, I look at the CVD now as positive. Everything is telling me to go, you know, this trade's not going to work out. I gotta be wrong. I'm good with it. I pull it here. I take a loss for $221 versus the full 12 points, which would have been roughly $350. So, you know, I saved myself $100, and as you can see, I would have got stopped out regardless. So after the short and after seeing everything on NQ and ES, I decided that I wanted to be long in a trade. And I traded NQ. It's something I normally don't trade, but NQ was looking a lot more bullish. It had already taken and held its opening range high. It stayed above its New York VWAP the whole time, so it just looked very bullish to me. Now, I don't usually trade, or I don't trade, period, on TradingView. I execute everything on Tradeovate or Top Step X because I'm using a trade copier. And you can't use a trade copier with TradingView, so it only shows one account, and I can't adjust my stop or adjust my take profits or anything. I got to do it through Tradeovate or Top Step X. So I took the trade in my XFA account on Top Step X, and I bought 10 micros. Now, when I went to take the trade in my Tradeify account, which is attached to my TradingView, I didn't realize I was on the NQ chart, not the MNQ chart. It's something that I use the NQ chart for my analysis, and I have MES up for my analysis. It's just something I've done from day one because I never trade NQ. So I went long thinking it was 5 micros, and it turned out to be 5 minis. Now, this was a bit of a different moment for me. Normally, when I have a mistake like this in the past, I would just close the trade, take my loss, and be done with it. But I was, quite confident in my thesis. Even though I had such massive size on, I knew that I wasn't going to blow the account. If this thing went $500 negative into drawdown, I just would have closed the trade and cut it. I could have cut it when I originally entered the trade for $100. I was in drawdown for a quick, like 5 seconds. But I said, you know what? I'm going to hang on. I want to see this idea play out. I know there's something here. As the price turns around and we get this push up off previous days New York VWAP, I closed the trade here on the 5 minis. I'm up $840 or something like that on the trade. I'm good with it. I don't need to chase anymore. It was an accident that I got into it with that much size on, so I just took my profits aggressively and I was good with it. Now with the XFA, I let it come even higher, and when I got to $400 in profit, you know, I never trade NQ. NQ is a very fast-moving product, so you know I was a little bit nervous and hesitant, but I was happy to take profits there, and I'm good. So this was a 4-minute scalp, just a clean, easy scalp, and basically, yeah, that was that. And that was my day. So yeah, it was just I was done. I was off the desk by 11 a.m. So, you know, it was just a good solid morning all in all. And yeah, I got to spend some time with the family. We did some shopping. For those who don't know, we're heading to Thailand next week for 3 weeks, and follow along and you'll get to see all the fun and exciting videos from Thailand. And yeah, you'll get to see me trade the DAX with James and go from there. So that's it. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Cheers.